Again, and welcome back to a new video. So this week I kind of want to do more of the replays, so to say, cause you're only able to replay the games until the servers were taken down again. And if I remember correctly, the devs were planning on taking the servers down once a week to, I don't know, kind of do some minor things. That's why I kind of want to record those games, because I'm afraid when I wait too long I can't replay the games, so to say. So that's why a little bit more of those replays, and I probably do like 2 parts, like cut the video in half, because last video was so long, was over an hour. So that's why I probably do a cut at, I don't know, to 2 if it's fitting, something like that. Yeah, let's just get started, so to say. Before the actual gameplay starts, I again want to talk a little bit about bans and comms, stuff like that. So just for the bans, my team banned Atlas and Khan, or I banned Atlas and Khan, I think. And the enemy team banned Term and Lian. I needed to look up my notes because I wrote down the bans. I think all the bans are fine. Like, well, actually, I'm kind of surprised that Nessa was open, but I think I prioritized more like the off tanks, to ban the off tanks, because I didn't want to play against Atlas or Khan, because both are really good on this map. Then actually the enemy team banned Term, which is fine. I think you don't want to play against Term either, because Term is just annoying because of his siphon. And then the enemy team banned Lian, and again, now I remember, actually, I remember that I asked my team if there would be, or if there are any Nessa players, and I didn't know in which elo we were playing, so I could have played Nessa, but I don't feel that comfortable to play DPS in higher elo, like around Master or GM or something like that. And I wasn't sure which elo we were around. Like, after the game now, I think I would have been able to play here, because I think I do it with my Imani, and we looked up after the match because the match felt really weird. If I remember correctly, I think all of them, like Core, Vora, and Cyrus, were in party, so they were like platinum. So I think, considering that, I probably would have been able to play Nessa, but against better players or higher rank players like Master, whatever, I don't feel comfortable enough to play Nessa. That's why I asked my team, but my team also said no one really is able to play Nessa or feels comfortable, whatever. That's why kinda Nessa got left open. And luckily the enemy team didn't have any Nessa players either. So I think kinda lucky for us. Yeah, let's just talk about the comms then, I think, or about the legendary stuff like that. So I'm playing Barik. I played Fortify, and I didn't play my new loadout, so to say, because I kind of rediscovered Healing Station. And I don't know, I kind of like the more passive feel over time, so to say. Like, feels really good, or feels a little bit better to stay alive on the point without your healer, or being a little bit more independent from your healer, so to say. That's why I kind of played the loadout against, or with more Healing Station, even though I could have easily played the one-man scrap card because of Dredge, so a lot of spam coming in on my turret. But I don't know, kind of wanted to have a little bit more self-sustain over time. That's why I decided to play this loadout. Then I think Imani splitting eyes also pretty good on this map, or is working. Like, she's also able to spam over range. I think Imani doesn't have any fall off over range, so that's pretty good. I think her ult also works out pretty good on this map. There are a lot of spots where you could actually try to go for the ult, stuff like that. So I think that's fine. Then I would say the core pick into Ashe is really good. Like, we were thinking about any other counter, but as I said, every other counter was banned with Atlas or Khan, something like that. So core was the only option kind of left to like, as a tank to counter Ashe. Like, I mean, we also could have picked like Torf, but I think that's not the pick to go. I think core therefore is a little bit better. I don't remember what he was playing. I think was playing Plug, I'm not sure though. But I think the core pick is fine, like core as the off tank. You also could try to took someone into the spinners or the lava on the left, so to say. I think Vora also pretty good, especially with double tendril on this map. She can just easily get in, get out, stuff like that, close some distance easily because of her tendril. And Ceres, as I said, she's just in a really good spot currently, so that's fine to pick Ceres as the support, so to say. Then I was kind of surprised about the dredge pick, and I remember I also played like other games on Splitstone, also in ranked, and also saw dredge, so that's why I was kind of surprised seeing dredge. I don't know. I didn't expect him to be that good or annoying, whatever, however you want to see it on this map. But I think for them it kind of worked out to pull out the dredge, so to say. Then Andrew just, I don't know, Andrew just good pick on this map. You almost can just blind pick him, I would say, because I don't know, it's just pretty easy to make him work. Also able to close distance with his dashes. He brings a lot of vertical mobility, which is also fine to get on high ground, so to say, pressure the enemy backline. Just great. I think I also was a little bit surprised about the Corvus pick, since Corvus got nerfed and he didn't feel that good. I mean, Splitstone is definitely one of his stronger maps, or maybe his best map. I don't know, I didn't play Corvus that much because I just don't enjoy his playstyle, but I would say Splitstone really good map for Corvus, so that's fine to pick him if you're really good on Corvus. I think you don't even care about the nerf because you're still able to make him work, just a little bit harder now. Ashe, also pretty good on this map. You also could consider playing Slugshot Ashe. If the enemy team has a lot of backline DPS or high ground DPS, so to say, you could play Slugshot to make it easier to spam over range, because then you can kind of stay in a more safer position and still spam on high ground to have just the doubled range. But I think Battering Ram also fine, even though we have core. Well, actually, I mean, Battering is always the play you want to go, so to say. I mean, point tank Ashe is the legendary you probably want to avoid, because there are way better point tanks than Ashe, in my opinion. So I think it's either Battering Ram or Slugshot Ashe, maybe, especially in higher rank plays, in my opinion. But Battering Ram is just a good pick, so to say. And then the most annoying legendary, in my opinion, currently, like Aegis, whatever, Shield Nando, cause we just, I don't know, I remember that we struggled a lot in the beginning to destroy his shields or to do something against his shield. I remember that later on I told my Imani to get some wrecker, because it was just, I don't know, it was just annoying to play against Nando on point, especially as the pointing is the other pointing. It's pretty annoying to just play against endless shield, so to say. But yeah, before we keep on talking that long, so to say, I think I already talked so long, just get started in the match, so to say, or with the match. And so it begins. So I think I kind of wanted to start off on point. I'm not too sure, but I probably just go on the point. Yes, I do. Even though Dredge is just spamming, but I kind of want to get out those point pressure, because we also have... Actually, now I should have backed up. I mean, it's early game, so my turrets, like, see, my turrets are still able to keep me up, stuff like that. But if I would have paid more attention to the kill feed, I mean, I remember that I did, or I remember that I recognized that my Ceres died. But as soon as my Ceres died, I probably should have just got back. I mean, we got the pick on Dredge, but the pick on Dredge doesn't matter here, because their support is alive and their support can easily out-heal all the damage I would do. I mean, Varus in their backline, so we kind of have some pressure from point and backline on there. I remember that their Corvus often was in a really bad spot and no one really punished it. But here, like, they also pushing in our backline. You can see my Imani also kind of low retreating, because using her Frostfire Glide, whatever it's called. And as I said, as soon as my Ceres died, I should have just backed up and didn't waste my time on the point. And that's what I'm doing. I kind of try to get back. Yeah, here I wasn't really sure where Ashe was. But I think that's fine too. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to see, like, here I wanted to body block her, because Core missed the hook, weirdly. I don't know why he missed, but, I mean, that's fine. Don't want to blame him here. So I would have body blocked her, but we also got the kill, like, even without body blocking, and the enemy team is weirdly, I just recognized they're not really capturing. Yeah, they're running off point, actually. Kind of a misplay by them, I guess. But now, kind of have the time to get back on point. And I slowly get onto the point. Kinda, I should have, yeah, I actually maybe should have placed my turrets not directly on the point because of Dredge. Like, Dredge is probably spamming the whole time just on point. And I also could have placed my turret like here, or when I'm playing on the other side, I could have placed it behind the wall. Then my turret obviously doesn't deal any damage because it's hidden behind the wall. Like here, see, I can't see, or my turret wouldn't see my nano. Probably would have dealt some damage to Nano, but just hide my turret, because now I just put my turret down on the point and it probably gets destroyed as soon as my shield drops. So that's why, I don't know, kind of rough probably. Yeah, see, my turret's already destroyed. And here, why I focused that much on Andrew is just because, like, you can see the enemy Nano is just holding up his shield. I don't do enough damage to pressure his shield at all. And I remember that my Andrew was really annoying for my backline, and that's why I wanted to pressure him as much as possible. See, now I kind of try to put on the turret, and I really wanted that kill on Andrew, but I didn't have enough core to finish up. And this was actually a bad play. Like, see where I was? Like, I can go up. You know, I'm probably like around this box here, but see where I was? Like there's Andrew. I mean, Corvus just teleported there, and Corvus is not that much of a threat, but anyway, see where I am. Like okay, I don't know if Dredge is teleporting in or out, but anyway, like see where I was? I was just running in the whole enemy backline, which is pretty bad play by me. I shouldn't have done this, because even if I would have gotten the kill on Andrew, it would have been a little bit lucky. Like, I mean, now I didn't get the kill and I got out, but still it's a bad play. Don't do this. Don't overextend to just confirm any kills. And see how I always look at Andrew, because Andrew's also playing really aggressively. Like, see where he is? He's running in my backline. I mean, that's kind of his job. And I don't know who's dead. Like, whatever, I think Bora is dead. Like, she's also respawning soon, but he's kind of facing everyone. Like see how our whole team is like facing him and looking at him. So he probably should die here. I don't know if he actually dies, but he should definitely die, because he also overextended to I don't know, maybe get a kill. Yeah, actually he died. Like, see, this was actually good that everyone of my team turned around to focus on him. And here I kind of want to focus on Ash, because I want to keep going. Like, I want to keep killing or get picks for my team, and Nando is the last one I would focus, because Nando just takes too long. He also could pull up. See, there's his shield again. It just takes too long to actually kill him. And here I just saw how I first shot at Ash and then shot at Nando, because I wanted to apply cauterize on both of them. That's also a thing you should do every time. And here I kind of want to, I wanted to touch, because see, Nando's on point, they have 99%, and that's why I decided to dash through the Corvus ult. But you can also see like how I try to walk out of it, and I think this fight is already lost. Like, my team, I don't know, my team's, it's not playing perfectly. I mean, it's fine that Imani is here. I rather wanted to see her on her high ground, I would say. Same for Ceres. You usually don't want to drop as the support. Like, also for Corvus. Corvus, in my opinion, is also in a bad spot. As I said, he was often in really bad positioning, but no one really punished it. But I think that's also a thing you could maybe say, because, as I said in the beginning, Platinum, like, they don't really finish up those mistakes, which is fine. But just to tell you, like, if a Corvus is, you will see in the future, so to say, when I keep playing, can see how bad the positioning of Corvus is sometimes. Those are things you want to pay attention to actually, yeah, to punish, so to say. And now to the rest of my team to maybe say where they I don't know where they are positioned. I mean the core is definitely fine. Like, you either want to have him on right side trying to get picks, or left side and maybe going around. But I think right side is the better play of Corvus to actually get some picks. And I mean, it's not looking too bad for him. Like, Ashe is lower than half HP. I don't know if you can actually, like, okay, he can't see Corvus, but anyway, like, this positioning is kind of fine. But again, I don't know why Vora is here. Like, she either should be on high ground trying to get the kill on Dredge, or being here trying to, okay, she's actually, okay, I just see her weapon attack, so she's actually fighting Corvus, but I think she also overextends to punish the overextended Corvus, and this is also a point you shouldn't do. Like, play it safe, play it here. Like, either be on high ground or be here. Don't be in the enemy backline. Like, see where she is. She's in between all the enemies. Let me see if I can, yeah, actually can see. Okay, now I can't move around, but she's like here. Like, everyone could just turn around like we did to that Andrew and kill her and punish her. Also, Dredge on high ground can just spam down to kill her. So she's kind of overextended to get that pick. Even if I said, like, you want to punish that when he's out of positioning or he's in bad positioning, don't overextend. Like, it would be way better for her to be in a high ground, kind of high ground. It's not even high ground, but compared to Corvus, she's on a higher spot, or play with my Koa on right side. Like, see how much more value she would get, like being here, maybe spamming on Ashe, and they both could get the pick maybe on Ashe, or be here, like hiding here and spamming on that Corvus. That would be a way better pick or way better decision than just being there in the open, so to say. But as I said, I think this fight is lost. I'm not too sure. Actually got healed by this Charis for a lot, yeah. I mean, I have my, yeah, I wanted to say I just got my ult, but I'm kind of too low. I mean, now Core is ulting, because he kind of needs to stay on point. Kind of want to see where my team is, so to say. Kind of want to pause here. Like, see, now Vora recognized. I don't even know why she didn't get the kill on Corvus, because Corvus was so low. I don't know. But now Vora is on a spot where you never want to be. Like, why is a damage dealer on the point when there's a tank? Because she overextended, and now she recognizes, well, I can't win this fight, I need to get out. But she tries to get out over the point, and this is a spot where you never want to be as a damage dealer, especially when your tanks are alive, so to say. And my Saris, like, see how easy it is for my Andrew. I mean, he needed a bit to get around to reach to her, but always be on high ground, because now she's in a bad spot. I mean, you could say, well, Andrew could just dash on the high ground to get to her. Yes, that's true, but then he wasted his dashes, or he needed to use his dashes to get on the high ground. So he needed to use way more cooldowns to get the pick on her. I mean, I think he's also dashing. Like, now it's looking like he's dashing, but anyway, just get on high ground and make him use some CDs, so you get out some value for your team. You make him use cooldowns, so to say. But yeah, I mean, the core ult on the point, as I said, is fine. He needed to ult to stay alive, and you always want to try to get the point or get out some time for your point tank. I think I also told my core, try to get out as much, like in voice chat, try to get out as much time as possible. I'm coming back, I have my ult, so just try to trigger overtime as long as possible, because I have my ult. We still have some chance to win this point fight, so to say. And just see what's going on. Like, he's kind of low. Like, now you can see he got the kill on Ceres, which is pretty bad. So it's not looking too good here. I don't even know where I am. Okay, let's just keep on or stay on me. I mean, I can touch probably, but even if I would get my ult off, like, this is something I didn't understand at all. I actually was in voice chat, like Discord voice chat with my Mani, and I was like, why is Dredge able to spam in my shield, in my dome, This is a thing I don't even understand. Like, see how always his bombs are in my dome and broke my dome. A thing I don't even understand at all. And I mean, in the end, it's kind of, I think we lost because Saris died and a lot of other things like bad positioning by the others of my team. And as I said, I probably should have placed my turret somewhere else or backed up a little bit early off the point. I don't know. But let's see how this goes, so to say. Getting back. And here I try to get on high ground to get out as much pressure as early, so to say, because we don't want to free push them. So we kind of want to get on high ground to pressure down from high ground, so to say. And I also wanted to fight that Andrew. Kind of wanted to protect my Saris. You can see she's using her shadow travel. So that's why I kind of wanted to help her against that Andrew. And see, I actually make him use his dashes to get out or get around. Here my core, okay, he actually died, but I wanted to say he should have gone, or he should have definitely tried to hook the Ashe out of hold. And now that my core and my Ashe are dead, I actually, and my core and my Saris are dead, sorry, I should, as I'm doing here, I should get off pawn and just try to get back. Again, I don't know why my VAR is playing in there, like that aggressively. She's facing 3 people again, she can't do any damage to Nando. Also in a really bad spot here, it's pretty easy probably for the enemy team to punish her. I mean, that's kind of a playstyle, you want to play aggressively, but don't play like being just in the enemy team no matter where you are. Like, try to get on Dredge, even if he's probably annoying up close, or try to get to Corvus, but get in better positionings than on the point and just in the enemy team, so to say. And now I just try to survive as long as my Master is back. There she is, she hits me, so now I can get back in the fight. That's actually a little bit unfortunate that she used her frostbomb that early that we couldn't stop her run, and then she got out. And you sadly can't body block from behind anymore, so yeah, that's why Ashe just got out. But again, now my team is back. Like, see, my VAR died just because she was in a bad positioning. And I also want to talk about my teammates or the enemy team to get a bigger, I don't know, overview of the whole match, so to say. But my Saris is back. I'm full HP, that's why I kind of try to get back on the point. And see, Ashe is kind of the lowest, or was the lowest, and she actually still is the lowest of the enemy team. So that's why I focus on Ashe, and as I said, Nanos is the last one I want to shoot, because it just takes too long, or it takes so long to actually finish him, because he can toggle his shield 4-second cooldown, but who cares about 4 seconds? So that's why I always want to try to focus on those, I don't know, being kind of low HP targets, so to say. And here yeah, I don't know, I mean, I'm just playing on pawn, but I'm not in a good spot. Like, my team wasn't really with me. Like, now my VAR is pushing up. My Saris, I kind of try to be honest, I don't know why my core is playing here. My core should play on this side, like, either go all around and play on high ground with Vara, or play in here, like spam out here. So see, then he also would be in the enemy backline, like a point in off tank would do, but he's not exposing himself to the whole team. He can just peek whenever he would want to. So that's why I remember that he played a lot around point, which kinda annoyed me, because I didn't really know what to do. Like, usually Barik is the point tank and you want Barik to play on the point, but my core was also playing a lot around point, which kinda, as I said, annoyed me, because I couldn't play the usual playstyle. I wasn't sure if I should go as an off tank now, or if I should just stay on the point. So I don't know, kinda hard then to adapt to that. Like, see, now he's on point. That's why I kind of decided to get off point and then maybe play this kind of off tank position, so to say. I mean, it's not the classic off tank position to play this when the card is here, but still it's a little bit better than to have just 2 tanks on point, because then a Dredge could just spam on point and would damage 2 of us. So that's why I kind of tried to get off point, so to say. And yeah, actually a little bit sad that my VAR went in, because just dropped the sheet for her to save her. But that's fine, I would say. And see, now I'm actually facing Ashe. Like, this is an off-tank battle. Ashe, or if you play against Ashe, this is an off-tank battle, and my core is facing their point tank. So we kind of swapped roles, so to say, which is kind of weird. I mean, this is also more like an off-tank positioning, but still he's facing Nano and kind of wasting his time with the Nano. I mean, it's looking like Nanos is holding his shield, but anyway, I mean, I could just try keep playing a little bit here. I think he actually gets out. Like, see, Nanos is still holding his shield, stuff like that. My core is just going in the whole enemy backline on the in the enemy team. Andrew should have it pretty easy to also join the fight to help Nano. Corvus can just, yeah, he can just heal Dredge to heal Nano. I mean, it's, can you, like, when I go onto, no, okay, I wasn't sure if you could actually see the Corvus mark. This would also be a great feature to add into replays, to see who has the mark. On, no, okay, I wasn't sure if you could see, like, on top right. Usually you also could see it on top right, but this would be a great feature to see who has the mark, or who had the mark, to tell who got healed, something like that. But also my Vora kind of low, but going in when being low HP, or is she going out? I don't know. I mean, she's definitely used her tendril. Probably tries to get out, I don't know. But again, she's kind of in a bad spot. As my core as well. And I mean, I got knocked. Like, see Fortify Barik actually looking funny. But I'm definitely playing more against their Ashe right now, like more the off-tank battle. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I tried to shield my Imani, but she died a second too early, or I had a second too long of a cooldown on my shield, so to say, so I couldn't really save her. So now I just try to maybe get the pick on Ashe, I body block her, and I mean, sadly I can't replay, like, and go back in time, but you could see, or I remember that I waited until she hit me with her boob, with her dash, whatever, to shoot on her, because then she would lose her DR. If I would have shot a little bit earlier, then I would have probably needed too long to shoot again to kill her right after her dash, so to say. But if it's hard to explain. If I hit her the second she hits me with her dash, then her DR is over and she's in your face. You can easily deal a lot of damage, because then he's literally in your face. It's pretty easy to either hit a headshots, or at least all your pellets, so to say. So that's why I kind of want to try to time it on ending Ashe dash. It's confusing, Ashe dash. To get out the most damage, so to say, to make sure she doesn't keep her DR to tank your shot, so to say. And again, I kind of want to set up on high ground, because I don't want to drop here. Because Andrew, if I drop here, Andrew has it pretty easy to deal headshots. Also easy to deal headshots against Barik, not only against core. Then to kind of tell where my team is. I mean, I don't even have to say anything to core. I think you can see he's in a bad positioning. He's in a bad spot. Shouldn't be there even as an off-tank. Off-tank doesn't mean just go in. Like, off-tank means go in, but go in carefully, or I don't know how to explain it. Like, you don't want just run in the enemy backline. You also want to pay attention to hiding spots, stuff like that. And there he's just in a bad spot, so to say. And maybe he can get out, I don't know. Yeah, he can. Yeah, kind of shield him, because I remember he was low. I mean, he probably also, yeah, he already got healed. But I wanted to see, like, and now I needed to use my shield to save my core, because my core was there, bad position, he was low. I kinda needed to waste a cooldown to make sure he stays alive, so to say. I mean, I don't even remember how he got... I remember that I was so surprised that he got pulled into, because I thought he was facing the Service ult with his shield. Like, I thought I was shooting in his back, that means he was facing the Service ult, but maybe he was just turning the second the ult got activated, whatever. But actually a pretty good ult to break his shield and make him get pulled into. We said we couldn't finish up. Again, yeah, this was really good. Like, again, I wanted to say, Andrew, I also remember that Andrew was playing in a way overextended position the whole time. But I also remember that my team said he couldn't really finish up. I mean, we didn't really have that punish potential like Lian or another high DPS champion. I mean, Imani, I don't know how much damage she now deals with her. Can I see it here? No, I can't even see it. I don't even know how much damage she deals, but I think she doesn't deal enough damage to punish an overextended Androxus. So that's kind of good that my core hit. I was hoping that my core just would hit the hook to make sure we can finish up that kill, because you can see where he was. Like, I mean, he died somewhere here. My whole team is looking at him. He was just overextended. There was no way how he should have survived, and luckily he died because he was just way overextended. Even though he would have gotten the pick on core or someone else, it's still an overextended position, so to say. Yeah, I kind of want to finish that Reg, because Reg is just the most annoying player here to me. Nano just would take too long. He's full HP. Again, he could just pull up his shield. That's why Nano's always the last one I want to shoot. Reg is kind of, I mean, he lost some HP, and he's the biggest threat to me. That's why I kind of want to focus him to kill him, because without Reg being alive, it's way harder for them to actually stay alive. Yeah. I remember I told my team that the Corvus is low. That's actually lucky that my Imani also looked up. But that's why I think voice chat is so important. I mean, I don't know if she looked at him before, but yeah, she probably did, because she was also here, like, facing him. But that's why I think voice chat is just so good to make sure you can tell your team who's low, who you want to finish. Always call out targets you want to focus. If you see low HP target, just focus them and tell your team, like, this player is low, or this player used that CD, so your team can play around it. And again, to my team maybe, I don't understand why Waiko is playing on point. Like, again, he should play either here or maybe push up high ground with my team and then push with my Vora, or I mean, Imani was here, like, push with my Imani, but he's playing on point. Like, why is he playing on point? This is not the position he should play in. And we kind of got out Ashe ult, which is pretty good. Yeah, now just finishing up all those low HP targets, so to say. And I remember I told my team, I asked my core if he could just, I don't know, hook Ashe off high ground, so to say, so she would lose her ult or her damage immunity, whatever. But actually, I pause here, let's just look at the items, or what I was thinking about. I don't know. Okay, so let's just look, as I said, at the items. So I could finish up Cord, which is pretty good, considering that we lost first point fight. And I also could get Blast Sheet, which is also, like I mean, usually Cord, you definitely should have full Cord when capturing the first point, so to say, or when capturing the first point. But now that we didn't capture, so we were lacking on 300 credits, so to say, because the enemy team just had the capture advantage, so to say. And I also wanted to get Blast Shield, so I remember I took my money. Hey, yo, I have so many credits. I actually was kind of surprised why I had so many credits, but I think that's fine. And I definitely wanted to get Blast Shields because they have a lot of blast options. Like, I mean, only Dredge would be, or is, pretty annoying. Then they have Ashe, Blast Shields, or area damage, so to say, because of her weapon shots exploding after the travel time, so to say. And they also have Nando and Corvus ult. So, like, Nando is his normal weapon, so to say, is his also blast, and Corvus ult, so a lot of blast. That's why I kind of wanted to get Blast Shields. Then my Mani Core 2 in Haven, I remember that I told her, or I asked her why she had Haven, but she told me that Andrew is the most pressure, or the most annoying target, so to say. She's threatening her, whatever, so that's why Haven. I think that's fine. if you say, well, there's one player who's really annoying to me or who's pushing me and stuff like that, and I'm always dying to him or whatever, then just get the item countering him, even though the rest of the team, or almost the whole rest of the team is blast, then just get Haven, so to say. My Cure also getting blast, I think that's understandable. I mean, Var, Live Rip, and Cord, I think that's the classic pick. I like Nimble on Ceres, Haven probably also because of Andrew, because I remember he was a lot in our backline. And Moral Boost, I think. Yeah, that's also fine. I rather would see like finishing up one item before starting 3 items, so to say. Sam would go for the Ashe. Like I mean, Moral Boost on Ashe is okay. I see it a lot in lower elo. So I mean, her ult is okay. Her ult is really strong, but I don't see that often prioritizing her ult that much that you would actually get Moral Boost as second item, I think. Then Reju, I think that's fine, even though it's not that good anymore, but as a tank, Reju, I think, always working out somehow. Then my Andrew also caught 3 in Haven, probably, yeah, because most our whole team, except of Ceres, is actually Haven, so that's fine, I think, to kinda make sure he stays longer when he's overextending, because he is just, I mean, in my opinion, he's overextending most of the time, so that's kind of understandable why he wants to get Haven to stay long enough to at least get a trade. And I didn't even recognize by playing Nando, focusing Kronos to get even more shields. I mean, okay, you can do it to decrease the cooldown as much as possible. And I mean, your only task kind of is holding up his shield, or your shield, and ulting in a good in a good time when your team needs your ult, so to say. So I think nothing too crazy about the items, let's just start the second round, so to say. Here again, I kind of want to start off on point, because I don't really want to give them point for free, even though it kind of, I think now, seeing this now, would be way better for me to play different lanes, so to say. Not really lane, but different positioning, like also starting off on right, maybe. I think my core stays on high ground to focus that Andrew as soon as Andrew is going in. I think this is kind of fine to change your playstyle to what the enemy team is doing. But now it's pretty easy for the enemy team to just deal damage to me, so maybe that's why I always say, like, you don't have to rush point as a point thing. You also could just wait for getting a pick. But I don't know, in ranked, I don't want to give them the point for free. So that's why I kind of always start on point, also knowing I had my Ceres, like Ceres would heal me a lot. But still, I probably should have just waited, and that's why I also turn around to focus that Andrew to finish him. Like, see, he also, again, he kind of overextended to the point where he was. I mean, this is not really overextending. I mean, this is the range where you want to play, or the spot you want to play as Andrew. But it just, I think it worked really good out for my team, like how how my core changed, like his playstyle is also going on high ground and waiting for Andrew. I mean, he definitely missed his hook in case he went for a hook, but that's fine. Like, my whole team was facing him. I mean, that's why I also faced him. I think this is like, as a point tank, don't have that tunnel vision and only look at the other point tank. Like, change your view or whatever. Like, look at someone else to also finish up those either easier kills than just the enemy pointing, so to say. Now we got a pick. Now it's actually pretty good. That's why, yeah, that's unfortunate. Remember that. Like, I don't even know why my ult went off. I think I lost my whole ult. Like, I think I couldn't even place my turret. But yeah, that's just annoying. I mean, the manual is fine to make sure we don't lose the whole point. But actually pretty good play, like, actually pretty good play by my Reg. I don't even know how he managed to hit that ult. He probably just walked to the left, because Imani was ulting in here, and he just counter ulted that Imani. So pretty good by him. And now my team definitely needs to fall back. Maybe they can trade with Ashe, but it's not good, looking too good, because Ashe also has her shield up, so Vora can't get any life rip or life steal, like the item, so to say. She can farm her passives, but my team definitely should try to get out. And I think this is, like, my core is trying to get back, I think, or maybe helping Vora. I like this move more than the first half of the match, so to say, because now he tries to play with Vora, which is fine, I think. And now I wasn't really sure if I really want to start on point. Like, see, I'm kind of hesitating. Actually, I should have waited like here for my series, but I wanted to make sure I can touch in time, because I saw they already had like 60%, and if I would have gotten this amount of T, I probably wouldn't have been able to touch. That's why I kind of went into here, touched early, even though it wouldn't matter, so to say. And now I kind of need to use a cooldown because I wanted to stay in range to make sure I can touch. But I should have waited until my Ceres is back. But I think she died so late that she probably wouldn't have gotten back in time to actually heal me when going for the touch, so to say. That's why I just decided to go on point, because I needed to use cooldowns, because they pushed me, so to say. So I either could have used my cooldowns here, but then I would have just let them free cap. That's why I decided to go on point and use my cooldowns on point, so to say. And now I just dance around point, always reactivating overtime, so to say. Yeah, and it's just unfortunate my Ceres didn't come back in time. And now the enemy team is using a lot of ults. I think they didn't even need the ult. I mean, this core is kind of wasted in my opinion. Cause I mean, there's no chance that we can actually retake it. It's really not looking good. Like, if I pause here, look where Corvus is. Like, he's way overextended. He pushed up way too far. As I always say, like, I mean, Nando kind of needed to stay on point, because core was on point and you don't want your support to focus on ulting core. But he doesn't have to be here. I usually want him to stay back a little bit. I mean, now they're kind of pushing up because they're kind of confident, because they won, or most likely, for sure, I think we can say they won second point fight as well. And now they just want to keep rolling. Kind of wasted Endo ult. You just hear him activating the ult. Probably he got, I don't know, 1 or 2 kills before, and he just wanted to go for a double or triple kill, whatever, I don't know. Maybe he also wanted to just kill me fast. But also, in my opinion, kind of wasted Endo ult. They didn't really need the Endo. I probably would have died anyway, but that's good for my team. And I mean, in the end, it doesn't even work out. Like, okay, he also cancelled his ult. You can see at his ult percentage, so to say. Again, see how I waited until she used her dash. And now I just want to wait for my team to regroup. That's why I'm kind of hiding here, waiting for my core to come back and my Mani. And then we want to push as a team again. Again, you can see how I kind of tried to get on high ground, to get out some pressure and focus that Endo, so to say. Yeah, that's sad. I kind of missed one shot, but at least I got the headshot to kill him, I think. Yeah, I was kind of surprised how Dredge got on the high ground. But when I just paused, I also was surprised why I didn't get healed. Like, no one's in here pressuring my Ceres. And my team, like, see, my team is full HP, my Imani is full HP, and she rather heals Imani than healing me being in the fight. So that's why I kind of was confused. I mean, in the first place, I was confused how Dredge got on a point, because I didn't see him using his teleport and didn't expect him to have his jump up, so to say. And then, secondly, I was confused that I didn't get healed, because I saw my team on the HP bars in the top left corner that they were full HP, so to say. That's why I kind of was confused why I didn't get any heals, because usually definitely want to heal the one being in combat, so to say. That's why I kind of was confused that my Ceres didn't heal me and that I died without any heals, so to say. And now my core just got the full damage of the ult. He shouldn't get the full damage of the ult, but I mean, that's fine. He activated the ult in there, so probably not his dash up, whatever. And now I like that my Mani is rotating back, because I mean we got the pick on Dredge, but see my Ash and my Corv is trying to push, so I like that my Mani tries to get back to set up for the defense on that high ground, so to say. Actually good hook by Core, but sad that my team couldn't finish up. Usually would want Vara to cripple Corvus in case she has all her 5 stacks up. And now I like that my team is setting up on high ground. I don't understand why my Vara is pushing in. Like, now I can get back to me, so to say. Like, I wanted to say I like that my team is setting up on high ground, because you always want to set up here for the defense. Like, see how great this spot is. You can just hold this spot, the whole area, when the enemy team, it doesn't matter from where they're pushing, but when they are pushing in, you can just hold this spot, because you can just spam from high ground, down from high ground, so to say. A pretty good position for you, for your whole team. And she probably saw that Corvus being low or something like that, I don't know. But I don't understand why she's pushing in. Like, this play is way too aggressive from Vara. In my opinion, there's no value in getting the pick on their support when you die, or even if you would get out. Like, there's no value in killing their Corvus. Even if I say it's a lot of value killing their support, but we already have a good position to defend this, because we kind of pressured the back. My Core earlier got the pick on Dredge. I'm respawning now. I'm back for my team. My team is kind of looking good, getting healed, so to say, like looking good on HP. I mean, so we can easily set up on high ground and just stay here to defend. And even if the enemy team would also be a group on and full heal, stuff like that, we still would have the better positioning to defend than they have to attack, because this spot is just pretty good to defend, or pretty hard to push through if you don't get any picks. But now with Vara pushing in, I don't even remember if she survived or not, but even if she would get the pick on Corvus, which is looking pretty unlikely, because Corvus looks like getting out, even and I don't know, if she dies now, the enemy team got a pick, and the enemy team has a easier to push us, because we would be 5 versus 4, so to say. That's why I don't really like the push from Vara. And I also don't like Core dropping down, because just stay on high ground and defend, even if she have even if Core has damage fall off, but he shouldn't have that much damage fall off on that range, so to say. Just stay on the high ground. I mean, stay up here, don't drop if you don't have to. Like, you could drop maybe if the team is pushing to here or whatever, then you definitely have to turn around. But you also could say, leave some players on high ground and spam down, but you need to let your pointing drop maybe. But here, just stay on high ground. It's way easier for us to defend than if we stay on high ground. Like, see, my Var died now. I mean, we're kind of even, because my Core got the pick on Ash, but now he's alone. Like, see where we are, we can't really help him. If the enemy team decides to push in here and kill him, we can't really help him, so to say. He should definitely try to get back on high ground. Now we definitely should punish that Nano, so to say, because he was going in without the team. Pretty good hook, and see how I always try to focus on the hook when I hear the hook. Like, you can hear the hook before it goes out, so to say, or even the second if it goes out. Try to look to your Core and focus the kill, even though the Andro got out. But that's the play you want to do. Like, always focus on finishing up the hook target, so to say. That's all I can do. I mean, I only can shoot, that's all I can do. I can't cripple or something like that. But that's what you want to do. Always focus on the hook target. And I like that we kind of pressured that Nano here, because he was pushing in. Like, I mean, he was somewhere here and his team is, or was behind. He was pushing in without his team, so that's why I said we should punish him. And I really like that we kind of got him low, or he needed to back up. That's why I kind of pushed, because, like, you can see the enemy team now pushing in. Nano is overextended. Like, I mean, my team is not looking that perfectly at him, but still, he's out of positioning. He is without his team. That's why I kind of dropped to finish the kill on him, so to say. And we're still playing around high ground. I mean, we get our Corvus ult. That's fine, I guess. And now we should just reset. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell why they actually managed to push in, but they used a lot of ults, like Corvus ult to pressure Core on high ground. They also used Andrew ult to finish me up. I still think also this Andrew ult was kind of wasted because many of my team already died. Like, look at the death timers. War 2 seconds left, Core 4 seconds left, and then Imani and me. But still, in my opinion, the Andrew ult also wasn't really needed. But I mean, they managed it kind of good to kill our whole team, or we managed it good to to get the reset. Now I think they just managed it good to kill us, so that's why I think kind of good by them. And now they should just set up for the attack, so to say. Again, the Andrew kind of playing really aggressive. If he gets the pick on Ceres, yes, I think I remember I told him Volche to try to get out. So she should have backed up and not stay like here. I mean, this position is not safe only because you can't see the enemy. But see how fast Andrew could push up to her and kill her. And now this is like really bad. Now we have to wait 12 seconds. This is a perfect stagger. Like I told her, Ceres, just die or try to get out. And she was like everyone of our whole team could see her because all the other players were dead. So she's the only player who could see, so to say. Everyone could see her and I could see her. Like she kind of hesitated she didn't know what to do. I told her just go in and die or try to get out, and she kind of hesitated and tried to stay here and hide. But against Andrew, it's not really working, so to say. So that's why it's really bad for my team. And also, I don't like that my team is pushing in. Like, I told my team, stay in spawn, wait for respawners, just wait and group up. Like, I mean, Core already, like you heard, the hook, Core already used his hook and used the cooldown. Then I don't know which cooldowns Farah used, but I'm sure she also used or will use some cooldowns soon, so to say. And the enemy team can just push up and maybe get some picks, but if we would have just waited and spawned for our whole team, I mean, it's not wrong to wait and spawn for your whole team to regroup, to just get back as a full team. But now we're running in one by one, so to say. Like, War run in, Core run in, Mani tries to run in. I don't know if she tries to run in or if she wants to stay on high ground. But still, I think it would have been the better play to just wait in spawn to regroup. And now I have to push in because my team already pushed in, and if I wouldn't push in, if I would wait in spawn now, my team definitely would die, like my Core or my War would die. So that's why I need to push in to make sure to get more people out to focus damage on, so to say, if it makes sense. So if I wouldn't push in, it would be more likely to focus their damage on Vara or on Core. That's why I needed to push in, because now they also can decide to focus on some damage onto me. And now, yeah, I mean, this is kind of good. I tried to block. I don't know if I needed my sheet to block it, because I could have just hide behind this box, so to say, but I kind of tried to block the Ashe stun, so to say. I mean, it's good for us to get out the Ashe ult. They really, again, want to try to push it in. Again, I don't know why my Vara is here. Like, she's pushing in so aggressively and just doesn't care about... Look at that face. Just doesn't care about anyone could finish up her. I would rather want her to be in here and spam out, because then it's harder for Andrew, sorry, for Nando to focus some damage onto her. But now she's just in the enemy team again. Like 2 players are here, Corvus is there, also able to at least deal some damage to her. Dredge is coming out of there, so she's in the enemy team again. And I mean, I'm also in a kind of weird position, but that's the position I have to play, because we try to defend it, because I have to play somewhere on the point or near to the point, but I still try to hide. Like, see how I am, and I am behind the box, I'm behind this wall, so I only can get hit currently by Dredge and by Nando. I mean, I could have just played here then. I also would be in the enemy team, but here you can see how I hide behind the boxes and the wall. I always try to make the environment work for me to be in a more safer position, so to say. And even if it would be probably easier to just push up to core to help him to finish that reg, I don't want to leave this spot. I want to stay here, and I mean probably a little bit easier for me to hit reg if I walk backwards, because then you can see how I expose him a little bit more to me, so to say. That's why I kind of want to stay here. I mean, we get out early Nano. I don't even understand where they're Nano ulting, to be honest. Like, Ashe is still in her ult. Nano is way above 1500 HP. Okay, Corvus teleported out. So I don't know why they used Nano ult. I didn't question it by playing, but or while playing. This is kind of fun. And here, see, now that they're pushing up, I saw Corvus. I saw they're all rotating a little bit. I wanted to get onto here to be a little bit closer to my team and make sure I'm not here. Like, here I would be more in the enemy team than being here, so to say. And here I also have the advantage to go back maybe into my spawn, so to say. See, I mean, it's you can see how I always hacked this wall, how I always hacked his box or whatever it is to be behind the wall, to don't expose myself fully. And now, yeah, this is actually a little bit bad. I don't know why I pushed up that much. And also, I don't know, like, why is my Ceres here? Like, this is kind of bad by her. Why is my Ceres here? Why is she going on point? Why is she pushing up? She could have just stayed on high ground. If I'm not in her line of sight, it's my fault. If I mean, she could just stay here on high ground, then she would be a little bit safer. Like, imagine she would play here, the enemy team can't really see her, but she could just peek once to keep me healed. This is the best spot, so to say. Or she also could just play like here and peek this way, but this is a way worse spot to just play completely on the left and just peek. Like, you see how I'm behind cover? Look at the Andrew, look at the Ashe, they can't really see me. I peek, I heal Barik. I go behind cover, so they can't really see me. Like, okay, Ashe probably could just spam up here, but anyway, Andrew can't really see me. Peek to heal Barik. Like, this is the spot where I want to play, and that's why I don't really understand why my Ceres went on the point. I could have ulted, but I remember I didn't want to ult because I want to make sure that I have my ult in case we yeah, it didn't look like we would defend it even if I would have ulted. I wanted to keep my ult for next point to make sure we have something to maybe get on the point and get the capture, so to say. And now I think we just try desperately to defend. It's fine that my core... Okay, this is looking way better now. I like that my core was going on the point because the pointing was dead, or I am dead. So my off-tank obviously has to go on point. Still don't know why Vara is pushing in here. Like, see where she is. She's also overextended. My Imani on the high ground, this is fine. This is a pretty good spot for Imani to just spam down. Imani doesn't have to drop. Still, I think my Ceres should have stayed on high ground, but this is looking a little bit better. I really like that my core is going on point now that I'm dead, and I think on, yeah, not much time I'm respawning. Like, there I am. So it's kind of working out. And now I'm kind of confident. We got the pick on Ashe. We look at our HP bars. It's looking quite good. Okay, my Imani didn't really need to drop. Maybe she dropped because she needed healing. I don't really like that much too much. I don't really like that too much. That's what I wanted to say. Because now she's also in a bad spot. But see how she also tries to keep behind cover or hide. Like she's playing behind or between these two thingies and not exposing herself completely, so to say. So that's also looking a little bit better than just being completely open. Now that I'm back on point, my core actually could push up a little bit back, or push back a little bit to get on high ground, or push up this side because they are hiding or playing in here. But he could go here and push up, so we have more people around here, so we have this line covered up, so to say, if it makes sense. Now obviously you want to focus 9 because it was kind of low, but said he gets healed. Actually good that I got the cord on him, and they just run off. So actually a little bit lucky, but yeah, I think I do a cut like it's 2-2. This is already going on for really long, so to say. So this video also would take a little bit longer than last video, I guess. So that's why I definitely do a cut here. And I start next video with talking about items, stuff like that. So until now, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've already could take something from it. And yeah, see you in the next part, so to say. And thanks for watching. Always remember, don't forget, you guys are awesome.